Hi, it's Lindsay from Hearth Story. Well, my hands anyway. I'm going to show you how I set up my binder. So the first thing you're going to need is a binder. This is a 2.5 or 3-inch binder. I'm not sure which. I've got my binder spine insert in here. And the other thing you will need is a mason jar if you were going to be doing the gratitude jar project. So if you have a spare one hanging around, you might want to hang on to that. Put that aside for now. So the very first assignment in the whole curriculum is to make a cover for your binder. And this is what my son came up with. He's got the red pandas and the fire and ice going. So that's his aesthetic here. Very understated. Let me show you what I have inside. So in the front here, I actually have all of the literary term cards that we are already in the process of using. And then in the back, I just have the other ones that haven't come out yet. So one of those comes out each week in the poetry studies. So we have a few we haven't gotten to, and then these are the ones that are in circulation. And I like to keep my plans right up in the front. Every Monday morning, I'll come in and see what we have for the week, and I'll put in what we're going to do every day. You could probably also keep your old plans in the back and then keep your current plan just up in the front somewhere so it's loose. That's another option. I mark off everything with these little sticky tabs. So here's where I have my extra slips for the gratitude jar project. So the first subject I have up in the front here is spelling. And I have 2 things marked. We've got our actual spelling list that we're working on, and then the day that we're up to. So the next time we do spelling, we'll be doing day 2 of list 12, and that's all ready to go for him. And next, we'll usually start with spelling for the day, and then the next thing we'll do is grammar. So I have grammar second in here. And again, I just have our page, marked off. We'll be doing limiting adjectives this week and kittens. And next up is our writing. And again, I just have the day marked up, where we are. My son this week is finishing Gregor the Overlander, the book, and he has to write an essay about it. So there is no actual writing assignment this week. We do have an alternative in here for people who are not reading that book for whatever reason. They do have a writing assignment, but the kids who are reading this have to have a separate essay. So we're not trying to have them write 2 big essays in 1 week. That's too much. So next time he comes back to writing, he'll be in lesson 17 working on his journal. Next, I put all my novels together. I also have my book log here. So you can see, there's his pages for Over the Moon, and then right into Gregor. This is the page we're on. So he'll be writing an essay. He will actually not write it out. He'll probably type it. He strongly prefers to type, and I am super okay with that. I did leave space for kids who want to write it out, though. Next, I have our poetry section. And in here, I haven't marked the page that we're on, so our next poem is Wintertime. And then I also have marked the actual poem itself, the coloring page, so he's got that ready to go. And that's poetry. And then after that, I've got brain food. That's everybody's favorite. Ready to go. So we have our page marked off that we're up to. And actually, he's on the next page. So when we do that this week, he'll be doing brain food. And finally, I put our short stories at the back because you actually only use them on 9 or 10 school days throughout the year. So you don't need to have access to them every day. So after we finish Gregor, our next story is going to be to do The Steadfast Tin Soldier. So I have that all ready to go. All the short stories are actually included in the curriculum. You don't have to get them from anywhere. Same for the poems. You do need to get the 4 novels. Obviously, I cannot reprint novels for you. So there's our short story. And then the back here, like I said, I have our literary term flashcards that we haven't gotten to yet. And I also have back here his time capsule essay. So the very first thing you do in writing this year is you write a 5-paragraph essay. Just do the best you can with whatever you already know. Just put it in this envelope, seal it up with this little seal that we have, and keep it for the end of the year. And there's an assignment that helps you compare your writing and how you've grown at the end of the year. So instead of keeping that somewhere else in my house where I will totally lose it, I decided to put it back in the back here where I will know where it is. So that's everything. That's really it. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment. Thanks.